Welcome back to Momo Survival Horror 3D! I finally know how to beat this game, and well, I did it. But here's the journey on how Bean Man the First beat Momo Survival Horror 3D. I went to Battery Land and speed ran that shit to get to the second level place thing. And when I got there, this was the point of last video's end, but now, well, I actually knew what to do. You start with picking up that wire, then you gotta sit in this locker and wait for Momo to walk by, because she only goes into like a one hallway, 2 rooms, so you just gotta wait a lot in this level. Then as Momo walks by, you sprint up and run as fast as you can into another locker, and you wait for her to pass by, you throw in the wire into the box, and then you wait for her to walk into the room, and then you go out and grab this electrical tape or whatever, slap that on there, and then you can enter this room. You may be asking what's so special about this room. It has a pair of bolt cutters that you use in this room, which has a really long code that actually took me quite a while to find out what it actually is. Then you use the bolt cutters on this box, and then you take the key, and then Mrs. Momo is all running around really angry, so you actually have to kind of try here. But if you're skilled enough, you can click on this door, and then you can click on this door, then you go into a mansion, and at this point, I actually didn't know what to do, because I saved this part for future me to find out, because I didn't want to spoil everything for myself. I put an obnoxious code for an obnoxious door that needed the obnoxious code. And behind this obnoxious door was a cabinet that had seemingly nothing in it, but we'll get back to this cabinet later. I proceed to flip this switch and fall in a hole and die, but luckily enough in this game you can watch an ad to revive, which I did a lot, you'll learn why later. And after that I looked for what this switch did, but it turns out it was not just the switch, it was switches. And it opened this door, which happens to do the final boss. We fight Momo with a gun that we find in the desk, and well, this is where a lot of things happened. My dumbass says, let's shoot Momo to death, which kind of works. She drops a key for the front door and I walk out, but then I get killed, so obviously I did something wrong. Maybe it had something to do with that crate on the ceiling, Charles, and that's what I thought indeed. So I proceed with the boss fight, but then I don't go through the door with the cabinet inside, and well, turns out that cabinet had ammo inside of it. So I got the bad ending and then the worst ending, but next what do I get? The glitched ending. So I trapped Momo in the cage and all that. The plan worked flawlessly, but then I decided, you know what, can I even shoot her when she's in this cage? And it turns out you can, and well, what happens after that? Well, there's a dead Momo in the cage, and another Momo comes up from the floor and kills you. Okay, so you've gotten the bad, then the worst, then the glitched ending. You have to get the good ending now, right, Bean? And well, yes, I do. I finally get out, and that marks the end of, well, Momo Horror Escape 3.